guys, and welcome to this week's edition of the Coffee and Hero Show. Here now to take you through all the new stuff that's come into the store this week. These are items that will be going out tomorrow, Wednesday the 15th of December, new comic book day. Obviously you can find my pull list video elsewhere on the YouTube network, but these are essentially the graphic novels that come in this week. Some of them are new releases, as ever. Some of them are top-ups of older stuff that I just wanted to get in. Some of them you might have even seen recently as new releases, but they just sold out, so I just wanted to get them back in quickly. So just going to take you through everything that did come in. So we'll kick things off with a Stone Cold classic. So recent release, which was Volume 2 of Department of Truth, The City Upon a Hill, which is the second story arc. This basically includes issues 8 to 13. I'm pretty sure the Volume 1 is through here somewhere, so don't be surprised if I pick that out as well. But yeah, Department of Truth, one of our favourite series. James Tynion IV, Martin Simmons. Great X-Files vibe to it if you're a conspiracy theorist of any kind, or you enjoy that kind of stuff. These are great stories, and there's something that you could probably introduce to people who are not huge comic, fans. This is the kind of thing that is mature reading that might just show them the comics aren't just superheroes punching each other in the face, as they say. So that is that. Speaking of Stone Cold classics, we have Batman Year 1 back in stock. We sold out of this last week. Obviously huge influence on Batman Begins. Something to give to someone who's looking to get into Batman comics as well, as this is essentially Batman from the start. Frank Miller, David Mazzucchelli on art. Just some of the best Batman storytelling of all time right there. Next up we have Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was the initial big reset of the DC universe. This is by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, both industry legends. And again responsible for one of the biggest DC events in history with Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is essentially the entire run. I believe it was 12 issues in total. And just, again, some of the biggest, broadest storytelling you can find in the DC universe for that one. Slightly bigger one for you next. This is the Spawn Compendium Volume 2. So we have Volume 1 in stock as well. So this is essentially the Spawn from the beginning. And in this case, what they're doing is they're putting these compendiums together with 50 issues at a time. So Compendium 1 was 1 to 50, this is 51 to 100. And they're coming out at a pretty decent rate as well. So if you're looking to get into Spawn, I mean, those are tremendous value, the amount of content in them for the price. And some of the thinner graphic novels can be harder to find as well. Next up we have the third volume of The Old Guard. Well, sort of the third volume. The first two volumes are pretty linear storytelling. There is going to be a volume 3 for that. But what they did was this one called Tales Through Time, which essentially brought in different writers, different artists to give their spin on the Old Guard universe. And they would do sort of short half comic issue stories. So that's essentially what this is. It collects all of those together. So to give you some idea of some of the talent involved, you've got stories written by Brian Michael Bendis, Matt Fraction, Jason Aaron, Kelly Sue DeConnick. You've got art from artists such as Nicholas Scott, Michael Van Oemi, Raphael Albuquerque, Mike Henderson. So this is all 6 issues of that. So very much an anthology book set in the Old Guard universe. Next up, believe it or not, I got an Iron Man book in. And it was mostly because of the creative team. This is a run from recent times called International Iron Man. It's from the team of Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev as well. And this is all 7 issues all together. They basically cited as the award-winning creative team that turned Daredevil's life upside down and sets its sight on Iron Man. So you never know, this might be an Iron Man book that even I would read. No promises. Back in stock, because oh my god, it just flew out of here, is the Hawkeye Saga of Barton and Bishop. This is a run that I've extolled the virtues of for years. Some of the best Marvel storytelling out there. Top 3 Marvel stories of all time for me. Matt Fraction, David Aja, and of course with the TV show enjoying its popularity at the moment and really good critical reception to it, a lot of people are interested where the source material where it came from. So I keep getting piles of these in, they keep flying out. I've got 10 copies have just come in this week, so quite a lot, but again I don't expect them to last long because it just seems to be the sort of book of the moment. Next up, what we've got here is Siphon, Volume 1. So this is a 3-issue miniseries from Image Comics. It's written by Patrick Meany, art by Jeff Edwards as well. And this was a 3-issue miniseries and very, very enjoyable as well. Next up, we have Venom. So again, it's just about keeping all the different volumes of Venom in stock. So this is all the Donny Cates run. This is Volume 2, which follows up Rex, which is Volume 1. and this is Donny Cates and Stegman's runs. This covers issues 7 to 12. Next up, we have Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters, Dr. Aphra. It's up to volume 3 of this. This is again a graphic novel collection. This covers issues 11 to 15, and this is very much all the War of the Bounty Hunters tie-ins as well. Another one that we got in recently but sold out really quickly was the Outcast Complete Compendium. So this is issues 1 to 48 all together by Robert Kirkman and Paul Azaceta. This is essentially their Exorcist storytelling, so to speak. Really dark stuff, really great storytelling. That's the entire story all together. Going to the opposite end of the spectrum, something for younger readers here. Marvel Action Avengers. So this is the very first volume of this. This was the collaboration between IDW and Marvel to essentially bring in stuff for younger readers, and these are always complete adventures, so good one for younger readers there. Next up we have Friday. So this was a new release about a month ago or so, from Ed Brubaker and Marcus Martin. Same again, we sold out of it. Critically it's went down very well. I really enjoyed it myself, and this is collecting the first 3 digital issues together, and again really good stuff. Another top up, because again another sellout, Aliens Bloodbath, or Bloodlines I should say. So this is the first volume of the Marvel storytelling so far, which is by Philip Kennedy Johnson with Salvador LaRocca on art. This is the first 6 issues, complete first story arc, and again definitely a good one for the Aliens fan in your life. What do we got next? We got Reign of X volume 7. So this is continuing to collect all the individual issues of the Reign of X stuff and putting it all into one volume. So on this one you've got X-Force, you've got Children of the Atom, New Mutants, Cable, amongst others as well. And again we've got the first 6 volumes of that in stock if you want to read the whole thing. I mentioned Department of Truth volume 1, there it is, I knew it would be there somewhere. Next up we have Batman Curse of the White Knight. So again getting these back in stock. I think Sean Murphy's making an announcement this week about Beyond the White Knight, I believe it's going to be called, and that's going to be the 3rd complete volume. Well, this is volume 2, which is very much an Azrael heavy story, and again brilliant stuff. Next volume of Donny Cates' Thor is out. This is covering issues 15 to 18 and also the Thor annual. The storyline was Revelations at the time, so if you're enjoying your Donny Cates' Thor, on to that next. And now we finish off with some big books. So first of all, hardcover for Nightwing Leaping into the Light. So this is the complete first arc from Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. If you listen to the podcast for the store, or you come into the store even at all, you'll have heard us talking about how amazing this run is. And it being a graphic novel now, there really is no excuse not to get into it, because it is fantastic. Next up, so we had Rorschach come out last week, which was Tom King's 12-issue miniseries. This is his other big one from this year, which was Strange Adventures, along with Mitch Gerrits and Evan Doc Shaner. And this again is all 12 issues. Beautiful design on this one as well, making it look like an old torn, sci-fi paperback, which I think is a gorgeous addition. And despite having all the single issues, I will be getting that myself. A couple of big ones just to finish off with then. So we have, first of all, Deadpool by Potion and Dugan. So this is a big massive omnibus of Deadpool stuff. This is covered a lot. This is the Deadpool run from 2012. So you have issues 1 to 45 there. You've got Deadpool Dracula's Gauntlet 1 to 7, and Death of Wolverine, Deadpool Captain America as well. So, some of the other talents involved with this volume: Tony Moore, Declan Shalvey, Carrie Randolph, Scott Collins, Val Staples, Jordi Belair. Tons of great people involved, and this is a big, thick omnibus for Deadpool. We got the deluxe editions back in stock for Once and Future and Something is Killing the Children, 2 of Boom's very, very best series. And again, in both cases, they collect the first 3 story arcs. So the first 15 issues for Something is Killing the Children, which of course is James Tynion IV and Werther Dell'Edera, and the first 18 issues for Kieran Gillen and Dan Mora's Once and Future. And then the last one this week, new in terms of omnibuses, is Runaways. So this is Runaways by Brian K. Vaughan and Adrian Alfona. And Runaways are not really characters I've personally been interested in myself, but then I see Brian K. Vaughan and I think maybe I should be interested in it. This is a complete run from those guys. So you've got Runaways 1 to 18, which is the first volume in 2003. But then you've also got 1 to 24 from the second volume, which was 2005. And you also get the Free Comic Book Day issue from 2006 as well. So I think that'll be a very much an in-demand one, and another example of why you follow creative teams as much as anything. So yeah, so all that stuff is fresh in and on the shelves this week. So as ever, anything you see tickles your fancy, just drop us a message. We can get it set aside for you, or indeed pop into the store. We're open all week, and we'll be open all of next week as well, right up until Christmas Eve. So plenty of opportunities for you to get in. So hope this proved useful as always, and I look forward to seeing you in the store. So take it easy.